go ahead and cover speeds and feeds. The purpose of this lesson is to identify common cutting tools, to learn the definitions of the speeds and feeds, and to calculate cutting speeds and feed rates. These are our basic cutting tools. We have the center cutting end mill, where the two cutting edges come to the center. And this is an end mill, so it's flat on the end. This is a ball end mill. Again, this is center cutting. This one is non-center cutting. This is also an end mill, and this is a indexable shell mill. The cutting tool, the cutting surfaces here can be replaced. This is a combination drill and countersink, and this is a spotting drill, and this is a countersink. So this is a two-flute mill. The fewer the number of flutes, the more room there is for chip evacuation. Also, it's generally used for lighter materials, and it generally has a shorter cutting life because each cutting surface has to cut more times to cut the same amount of material. On a as we get into multiple flutes, this is a 4-flute. You can see the 4 cutting edges there, and you can go up to many cutting edges. But so we have these more cutting edges, so each one takes a smaller bite of the material, so the tool life is a little bit longer. Generally used for cutting harder materials, but it can clog really easier. There's not the room for the chip evacuation because you can see this big space. That's allowing chips to come out where we don't have that largest space here. Center versus non-center. Center cutting. Center cutting can plunge much easier than a non-cutting center, right? And you can get non-cutting center in just about any flute configuration. Here are just a few cutting or different mills. This is a 1/4-inch 2-flute high-speed steel. That HSS means high-speed steel. It's for single end mills, cutting aluminum, and this is just giving your shank length. So this is your shank length. This is your cutting length. This is a ball mill. You can see the ball shape here, and that's 2-flute. Again, countersinking and deburring, combination drill, and then a spotting drill. Okay, in our next video we will catch some definitions.